Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine at home. Good students, be at home and be obedient to your parents and better don't go outside. Okay, now it is getting worse in the world, in our areas also. So remain at home only. Okay, students. So in commerce, we might have studied some about the management, isn't it? So you have understood something about the management. And now today we are going to learn about management and administration. So what is the difference between management and administration? So before learning the differences, you should understand the meaning of administration. Already we know what is management, isn't it? Management is getting things done with and through others. That we know, isn't it? And they plan and they execute the action. That means the policies. They will execute the policies what is framed by the administration. So here the management is little lower than the administration, but theoretically when we study it is different, but when we say in practical the administration and management may be one and the same, little different only. And as per the organization, some organization the administration will be working and the management will be different. Okay, some organization, but here most of that management only will carry on the administrative work also. Okay, here in the administration what they will do, in administration they will frame the policies. Okay, they will frame the policies, policy formulation. Okay, that will be done by the administration. Okay, they will formulate the policies and any plan also. They will formulate the plan also. What are the plan they have to make? Okay, that then they will set the objectives. They will set the objectives of the organization. First of all, we will set the goal only, isn't it? So that will be done by the administration. Then they will formulate the plan also. What and all they have to do. Okay. The plans also will be formulated by the administration, and the policies. That means the rules and regulations. Everything will be framed by the administration. What the management has to do? They will implement all these things. Okay, what is the meaning implementing? They will put into, that will perform. Okay, put into force. That they will be, we will say, put into force. In government only we used to say they will implement the law. That means they will put into force. That when it came into effect, that we will say. But here that means they are performing. In simple way we can say perform. That means they do the work. Who? The management. But the administration will, that they will formulate the plans and they will frame the policies and they will set the objectives of the organization, and all these will be achieved by the management. Okay, the framework will be done by the administration, but the management has to achieve with the help of whom? The workers. Okay, so they are the people who get the work done by the workers, their subordinates, their lower level people, their staff. Okay, the employees, or we can say the employees. But they are here we can say they are the top level administration. Here we can say they are the middle level middle level people. Okay, the lower level will be whom? The employees. Okay, so they will be doing the, then which type of role they are doing? Here we can say they are the executive. Okay, they are the executives. We will say the chief educational officer, we will say, no, or executive officer. So the executive level, here we can call them decisive. Decision will be taken. Okay. So this one, no, the decision will be taken by the administration. Okay, decisive is administration. Here they will execute the plan. They will, executing means they will perform all the plan. They will take the decision and they will execute all the plan. Okay, then there will be, the management will be controlling the people. Okay, so controlling the workers, but here the administration will have control over all the whole organization. Okay, they will control the whole organization, but here they have to control only the subordinates, the lower level people. Okay, then the person one who administer the organization is called administrator. That we have heard, isn't it? Who is the administrator? Here the person one who manages the organization is called manager. Okay, that is one different. Then whom they are representing. Okay, the management, they will represent the employees. Okay, so for the employees only they will be working. Okay, they will represent the employees, and here the administrator, they will represent the owners. Okay, they are working for the owners. Owners means the shareholders. Okay, if it is joint stock company, so they represent the owners, but the management, they represent the employees, all the workers. Okay, then which type of organization will use the management and the administration? Usually, all the profit-making organization, they will use this management. Okay, that will be their administrative level. But here this administration, we can say even government, schools, educational institution, then the charitable institution, religious institution, then the government officers. Okay, then all the, even that profit making organization, that means the business organization also may follow. They have the administrative level of management. Understood? And we can say what they will decide. This management, what they will decide. They will decide about who will do the work, because they have, we told you that they will coordinate the work, or they have to organize the work. So what they are deciding, who will do the work and how it will be done. Okay, the management, they will decide about who will do the work and how it will be done. So what the administration will decide, they will decide about what should be done. That is the framing policies, no? What should be done and when it has to be done, when it is to be completed all. Okay, so these two things will be decided by the administration, and the management has to decide about who has to do the work and how it will be done. Okay, so here they have to organize the work, no? They have to allocate the work and they have to guide them, okay, how it will be done. So that the differences we have learned, isn't it? So these differences I have not given in the notebook as notes, because in the text itself they have given clearly. Okay, so you can learn that one. I will show in the book at the end of this session, and you can see, you can write it down and keep it with you, because they have asked only for 3 marks, around 6 points you have to write. Okay, because all these points are very small only. Okay, so you have to write the at least 6 points. Now we will go to the next heading. Okay, the management process. We know already management not a single work. Okay, it is a process. Process means what? Having many activities, isn't it? It is a continuous ongoing, we can say ongoing process, or a continuous process. Continuously, it will never come to an end. Okay, that means if we do one work and if we complete that work, we never say it is a process, it is a single work. But here it is a process, continuous process. That means we can say it is a cyclical process. Okay, cycle means going, that upper part will be coming down again and again. Okay, it is going as a cycle. Round and round it will be going on till the end of the organization. That's why we say management is a process. So here we can study about this process under 5 headings. Okay, here 5 headings are there. Number 1 is management is coordination. That is one process. Management is coordination. So they have to coordinate. That means many resources are there, many activities are there. Okay, so they have, management is coordination. So different resources, human resources, okay, then material resources, all these resources must be coordinated. Okay, or all the activities of the organization, many activities. Okay, they are purchasing will be there, sale will be there, supervising will be there. All these activities must be coordinated by the management. So we can say some of the main resources with whom we work. 4 M's. We say 4 M's. What are the 4 M's? Men. Okay, material, money, and machines. When they work in an organization, these 4 M's will be there. Okay, men will be there, material, all these are what we can call them as resources. Okay, scarce resources we do not have in plenty. Okay, maybe the raw material will be very scarce, little. So they should utilize it optimically. Okay, optimal utilization of resources must be done by the management in order to achieve their goal. Okay, so we can say it is, management is coordination. Okay, it's a process. Then second heading, management is managerial process. Managerial process. Why? The managerial functions. Okay, they have not only one work. Even in the definition we have learned, isn't it? Management is to forecast, to plan. So the main functions of management is, the first one, planning. The main function, subsidiary function, we are going to learn in the second lesson. Okay, so there you will understand clearly this one. Okay, so now we can say management is a managerial process. Why? Because they do all these managerial functions. What are the managerial functions? Planning, then organizing. They have to organize, they have to divide the work for various people. So organizing. Then they have to appoint the staff, the employees, that is called staffing. Then they will direct them, they will giving command. Okay, they have to direct, giving advice or that instruction how to do the work, directing. Okay, then controlling. All these managerial functions must be done. So we can say management is a managerial process. Okay, then third one, management is a purposive process. Management is a purposive process. Purpose, or we can say the other word, purpose, aim, isn't it? Purposive process. So without any purpose, will anyone manage the business? No. So for managing an organization, they should have the purpose or the goal or the objectives. Okay, you can say the objectives or aim. Okay, we can say. So the management is directed towards the achievement of these goals or the objectives. Okay, so without objective, there is no need of managing an organization. Okay, so the management must drive the institution towards achieving this purpose. Okay, so we can say if the objective is not achieved correctly, then they have to find out the deviation and they need to take immediate steps to overcome those deviations. Okay, so management is a purposive process. Then in fourth heading, management is a social process. Management is a social process. Okay, because it is the management is functioning within the human resource or the society. Okay, because the management cannot do any work by its own. It has to get the things done from and through others. Okay, it is getting the things done from others or through others. They who will do the work? Others. So it is functioning with the society. So we can say management is a social process. And the last one is management is a cyclical process. Management is a cyclical process. So beginning itself I told you it is a continuous process. It never comes to an end, isn't it? It is continuously going on. First they will do the planning, isn't it? How it is continuous planning. Then they have to perform. They will do the action, isn't it? As per the plan they have to act. Then they have to control. Control means whether they have achieved, whether it is up to the standard. If it is not up to the standard or the set objectives, then they have to find out its deviation and it will be checked and controlled. Okay, that will be there. Then again, after controlling, they have to make some other measures. They have to plan and again they have to do, perform, act. Then again they will control. So it is a cyclical process or an ongoing process. Why? To attain the goal. Okay, so till they attain the goal, it will be a cyclical process. It will be going on again and again. So we can say it is a cyclical process. Okay, students, if you have listened to my video, surely you will understand. So please listen to the video. If you don't understand, once again you listen. And still you are not able to understand, you call me and ask. Okay. So now I will show the book for you. Okay, for marking the question answers. Because it is very easy only for you to learn. No need to cut short. Okay. The question is long answer. Okay, the first one, differentiate management from administration. Roman number 3, 3. Okay, differentiate management from administration. That is here. Okay. So you note it down. Here many points available. Around 11, 12 available. Okay, so you can learn around 6 of. Okay, the meaning you study, then other one you 5 you select and study. Okay, students, I think you can copy it down. Okay, good. Then the next question, long answer second. Explain the management process in detail. That is available in the previous page. Okay, fourth page. Management is coordination. Okay, then management is managerial process. You write like this, managerial process. Then manager performs the managerial functions of, okay, you write like that, performs the managerial functions of planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. Okay, then the third easy. Okay, was first point up to here, second point one, 2 lines enough. Then the fourth one only 1 line, the fifth one again 1 sentence. Okay, up to this much if you learn, this will do. Okay, 2 heading. Then I will teach you the next one, next heading, principles of scientific management. Then 2 principles there, okay, scientific and modern principles. Then each one in one day I will explain and I will give you notes. There they have given more points. Okay, as a paragraph it is very big. I will cut short and I will give you the notes in a separate notebook. Okay, students. So better learn this these 2 heading. Okay, differentiate between administration and management and the management process. Okay, students. Okay, thank you very much.